What do you want us to just bottom up?
Yeah,
Just go bottom up?
that's fine.
Clearly, let's give more respect to the other teams.
We'll start with the night games, which are worse. Purdue, Michigan,
Probably
Big Ten championship.
We should actually type in their actual rankings now.
Purdue not ranked. Michigan number 2.
Yep. Michigan favorites, 16 and a half. I don't know if that stands yet because this was earlier.
I did it fairly late in the day, but
Okay.
doesn't mean much.
I mean, as did I. I might as well give it a little double check. Discount double check. Remember when that was a thing? And then Rodgers decided to suck. The reports coming out about Rodgers is just insane. What game was this again?
Michigan, Purdue, 16.5. Indianapolis, 51.5 is the total.
Is this?
It's a night game.
Oh, why?
7 o'clock. That's why I said then we're going bottom up. These are in order of time played.
Why?
Or
why?
No, they're not.
Why is that the night game?
Friday.
Anyways.
Do you know what the other night game is? Clemson, UNC.
No, I'm looking at the night games.
The night games are garbage.
Why?
Yeah, garbage games are at night on
still
Saturday.
16 and a half, 52.5. We're good.
Date night Saturday, if you don't care about.
Go ahead.
So
Get at it.
Purdue, Michigan, 16.5 points. Big number for a reason. If you think Michigan can't defend the pass, then you give Purdue a chance. If you think they can and that it doesn't matter who plays running back.
Passing offense, Purdue or Ohio State?
Right.
Okay.
I mean, Purdue gives Ohio State problems with the passing
I know,
game
but
as well.
I'm saying between their passing games.
And Michigan's going to run the football. And ultimately, Iowa exposed Purdue by running the football. Michigan's going to run the football. Smash mouth. I think we're both on the same page here.
Do you play Corum or no?
No, Corum should not play. You don't need to.
I know you have like another month off anyway.
Unfortunately, it took him away from the Heisman, but it showed on that they're a team, not a player.
Snaps, I think it was.
Yeah, first series. But we're both on
snaps.
Michigan here, I assume.
Yeah. You really need to do better at
learn how to type.
Yeah, last time it zoomed in, it saved that way, and I had to fix it.
Yep.
Are you good? This is right mouse, left mouse, so go left side.
No, it's not doing anything. It's frozen.
Well, let's get you. Beep. Yes, Michigan. 51.5. Well, it's indoors, so it doesn't matter. Give me the over.
I'm on the over as well. I just think here's the thing: is Purdue's going to sell out, so they're not going to give up the whole game. It's their last game of the year.
They're going to score 20.
Senior quarterback. Least. They love to put the ball in the air. They're going to get some points.
Get 20.
I think Michigan might score 50 in this game. 45.
Yeah. Themselves.
So
by themselves.
We're both on Michigan and the over of 51.5. Two teams headed in the same direction. Unfortunately, that direction is down. For whatever reason, and I have no idea. I don't follow North Carolina at all, so I don't know if they have injuries or what. May was headed to being top overall draft pick and has tanked. UNC has lost bad football games. Clemson has lost back-to-back weeks to Notre Dame and South Carolina with championship aspirations on the line. Their quarterback can't do anything, but Dabo seems stuck on playing him. 63.5 is the total in this game. My problem is like the offenses for these two teams are going the wrong direction. 7.5 Clemson. How are they going to separate? My only thing is Clemson does like to run the ball with Shipley. He's super talented. Like, can they overpower North Carolina just to the fact where North Carolina doesn't score at all and they win this game, say 24-10?
It's under in my opinion.
But like, I don't see anything.
I don't see
on and over here. At
I really
all
don't either.
At 63.5. I sure as hell don't have any confidence in either football team, which is ultimately my problem.
I think ultimately Clemson's a more well-rounded team. They'll figure it out.
Clemson finds a way to win.
But I can't. 7.5, not with that hook. No chance.
You and I are on the same page here.
There's no chance. Can't do it. I just could not do that bet.
So we both take Clemson to find a way to win. North Carolina covering 7.5 in a game that's probably pretty ugly, and we have the under.
Yeah. No problem there.
Yeah, that's let's see. I've got all mine written down. So when we start to match each other uncomfortably, give me a goon lock. I mean, that's a double goon lock. So goon lock! And shitty games of the week. We match our shitty games of the week and night games. I don't know.
We might separate here.
I think I'm gonna have plans with the wifey this weekend on Saturday night because I have no interest in watching those games.
Zero interest.
Get some LSU Georgia, another game
Georgia's
I probably
winning.
won't watch much of. That line is
a lot.
A lot.
That's a lot.
18.5.
And Georgia's been in coast mode.
Yeah.
I don't see them trying to blow them out. And that's what I said the last 2 weeks. And by the way, they have not covered the last 2 weeks.
No.
And I believe it just continues. I think LSU is going to come out scrappy early on. Georgia will pull away. But like 18.5 that's a big damn number. And Georgia's just really trying
Feels
to
like a backdoor cover game to me.
Yeah, it does. They're just trying to get through it. 50.5. I do see the over here. I mean, Georgia's themselves going to score probably 30. And so to cover that, it's got to be 20. And here we are, right at it.
You got the over. I got the under.
There you go. SEC under probably should ride with it, but there's
that's
something weird
where
about
I
it.
went. I think Georgia flexes on defense, tries to run the ball both sides. I think LSU needs to try to control the game a little bit.
With no turnovers.
Run the ball with their quarterback. Try not to turn the ball over.
If they
like
turn it over,
idiots.
this thing is going
Daniels
over
just
fast.
makes some super dumb decisions with the football, so I don't see that changing. However, I mean, there it is.
There it
under,
is.
like,
There it
it's
is.
in writing.
Utah, USC.
So now we get into
Woo!
the entertaining games. First,
Ooh.
we're going to go to Kansas State TCU because it's the Saturday 11 a.m. game.
Yeah. Because, the best two games are early games.
So Kansas State is 3.5 point underdog. I had 2.5 that game switched to.
All right, let's. I'll verify because it's
Let
so
me
early.
know.
It's 2.5 now.
Yep.
Oh,
TCU 2.5 point
Tighten up.
favorite against Kansas State. Kansas State
Oh.
gave TCU everything they wanted and a little bit more. Was blowing them out in the first half until they had to bring in their third string quarterback. As long as their backup plays, I think this is a close game. However, 2.5 to me becomes a pick 'em.
okay.
And TCU is not taking them lightly. I don't like the matchup. I've said it. I think Kansas State
Can
I think I've
actually
said
picked
that
it early.
I think that they would 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever. I want TCU to win. And so this week my pick says that I think that they, based on their season, they feel like a team of destiny to get to a playoff at least. I think they've done enough to deserve to get to a playoff. So therefore, a little bit of this is with my heart of not wanting to see them get screwed over by the committee,
Right.
not wanting to see Alabama even get a chance of getting in. So I'm going TCU, also to cover the 2.5. This definitely could be a 1 or 2 point game too. So like
easily.
that's how TCU kind of plays. And I have this one 61.5 being a shootout going over the top.
Go ahead and give me that over. It's funny it is. I flipped the other way too. I really went with K-State. Thought I was going to ride with them coming in the last couple of weeks and watching them. And TCU has that. I'm not even going to call it swagger. They just have that thing.
Right. Find a way to win.
That
There's
thing.
something to be said about a team who can find every way to win.
You can never count them out, and at the end they'll win. So
There's teams that find every way to lose.
correct.
Your Falcons.
Every situation they'll lose it.
Right.
I promise you.
And TCU
Does
has found,
opposite.
even when their coaching goes bad, whatever goes bad, all
Literally-
the excuses you can make to go bad, they
s-
find a way to
They
win.
still rush on the field and kick a field goal.
Right.
And that's what's going to
so,
happen.
like,
they'll
that's-
cover.
Yep.
So
So yeah, we're locked. A lot of locks this week. The Friday game.
I'm so excited.
So
it's
that's why I
Friday.
say this. It's Friday night, 7:00.
You know what sucks about that is it's always movie night,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna have to talk to boys.
Friday night, taking the oldest. We're gonna go watch a girls' high school basketball game. Starts at 6:30, so we'll definitely get to see second half.
Yeah,
But
that's a tough
we've
one.
already got plans.
This
Utah
is
USC going to be
so much fun.
television.
It's gonna be so
Love
much
both
fun.
quarterbacks. Love the swagger of gosh, I can't remember his name. Great Porter had a really poor showing in a couple games this year. Played great against USC in their win though, and has good NFL talent. Utah's defense, as we've talked about, potentially best defense in the Pac-12. They have not showed it this year.
Right.
Off and on have.
I love this.
Match up well with USC is the problem.
This is gonna be a fun one.
USC has to win this game though.
Yeah, USC has to.
Caleb Williams needs to win this game to justify his Heisman. I don't know that it has much impact. In my mind, he needs to win this game. Lincoln Riley needs to win this damn game.
So my thing is, it's more. This game comes down to Lincoln Riley. He's now seen Utah twice.
Right, figured out.
He figured.
Well, and Utah's
He
been figured
figured.
out by some of the Pac-12.
And now he gets him a second time after all of that
You have
footage. You don't lose that.
Right.
You just don't lose it. It's not going to happen. So USC. 66.5. That's tough. Because I believe USC figures them out, I'm going over. And Utah's just going to keep within that realm. So we good luck on college football except for over under
We have one
on LSU Georgia
over/under difference.
because I decided to go against the SEC unders.
Yes,
Wow.
that is going to determine our week. A shitty
Literally
shot.
that.
Our shitty shot is going to be determined
Because of Georgia.
because of Georgia
LSU.
LSU.
I didn't want to watch that game, but now I'm going to have to tune it in.
So because there are only, there's a handful of other games, maybe 4 to 6 other games. Don't have any best bets for the week. We talked a lot about other items in college football. Championship week, we're going to leave it at that. And our shitty shot next week, as you just heard, is going to come down to
legitimately down
the SEC championship watch with pins and needles.
Over 50.5.
50.5.
Let's go. Take the over.
We're looking for
Wow, that is such a weird situation.
27,
The offensive guy going under.
24.
I'll take it.
We can both lose the.
I'll take it. 27-24. 51 over 50.5.
No.
Ride with it.
Hopefully they miss the extra point.
If they... I would lose it.
27-23.
I would lose it.
Yep.
If they missed the extra point.
Miss the extra point to get it
Okay.
within 3.
Defensive
then
guy's
don't
going
get
for the
onside
over.
kick.
Offensive guy's going for the under.
Oh.
Something's going to give.
Something.
It really had to go down to that, huh?
There it is. Championship week. Excitement in a couple of areas.
Really,
lot
2
of
games.
non-excitement in other
And we
areas.
just caused excitement,
Right.
so you're welcome.
Right. Jump into week 13 of the NFL.
Oh, Bills again on a damn Thursday night.
Thursday night, coming right at you, Bills Patriots. Patriots. This is Bills at Patriots. Bills have shown signs of weakness, chinks in the armor.
You're not wrong.
Patriots have been the Patriots. They're going to battle at this point. They're going to run the football. Mac Jones, for the most part, is going to take care of the football.
They're still in the playoff hunt.
And they're in the hunt.
It's to 4 now at 43.5.
On FanDuel.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a thing.
Yep. So
It changes a little bit.
Bills -4 on the road at the Patriots. I've got the over/under at 43.5 still there.
Let's check weather. We are in that time frame.
Yep.
New England weather. North Dakota. Why would you? Why would it do that automatically?
Rain on Saturday, nothing else.
Sunday 47.
All right. No weather issues, 43.5. Bills Patriots. I'm going to start with that number 43.5. I'm going to go over. I see offenses for both teams.
What would it be like 20 to
24-20,
24-20?
which is kind of, as I look
weather?
at the spread, 24-20 seems very reasonable.
No wind?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the
You
over.
like the over as well. Patriots, Bills. Again,
I hate it.
but give me the Bills.
I mean, the Bills are winning, but I hate 4.
Yeah, 4 is a bad number. Don't disagree. I think Buffalo needs to find it a little bit. Patriots coming off a little bit of a defeating loss against the Vikings. But the Bills need to get a little Bills swagger back. And so I'm going to say they've kind of had the Patriots number a little bit.
Because it's going to make me physically ill.
I think you think that Buffalo will find a way to win.
Mm-hmm.
I think ultimately you think they might win by a field goal.
No, they're going to... I'm going to take them to cover.
All right. Goonlock that. We're rolling. We
It's going to make me
rolling.
physically ill.
There we are. All right. Your Mike.
See why we need another person?
Your
We're
Mike
morphing
White
into
New
the
York
same-
Jets
Right?
are stomping
Let's
in.
go, baby!
They're stomping into Minnesota. Mike White,
Mike
is he a redhead?
White. Probably.
He sounds like a redhead. And if he is, there's no way you can pick the Vikings in this game.
He is not. No, he is not.
Oh, all right. Well, defeated then.
Defeated.
So we've got
Wow, Vikings.
Is that still -3?
Wow. Oh, I better check because these have been
Jets at Vikings, Minnesota -3 at home. 45.5 is the number I have. I am taking
moving. -3, 45.5.
the Vikings.
I think the Vikings will win. The Jets still aren't overall the better team.
Right.
And I wouldn't be surprised if this pushes at 3, by the way.
Yep.
So I'm going to go Minnesota because I believe the upside of that happens more often.
Yep.
45.5, that's an interesting number.
Do you think Mike White can continue his performance of throwing the football?
Yeah. Against the Minnesota's defense, I have not been
There's no
surprised.
reason to think not.
No, it's good.
Which is
and that's
why I
it's got
have
over.
no reason.
Even
not.
a backdoor over is as I can plan for because Minnesota's defense has been, and when Ryan was in studio, told him your defense is a problem,
Right.
and it has shown it's a problem.
Because I can see this being like a 28-24 game.
Yeah,
27-24 game, and that's an over. And I don't really see it any lower than that, though.
No, I believe they'll have I think the Vikings will go in the fourth quarter with a 10, 11-point lead.
Right.
The Jets will score late. There'll be an onside kick.
Like
And
27-17 and Jets score late type of thing to either, like
Whatever.
you said, push or
cover.
if they try to go for 2
fine,
or
whatever,
like
yeah.
whatever happens. So,
And I'm okay with that.
30-28, anything like that. We can see something like that happening. We both see the over in that game. Yeah, you will. You got to hit the button.
So we're going for a record here.
Yeah,
That's
we're-
great.
what do you mean
Oh
we're going?
man, we are in trouble. Mm-hmm. Good news is the last couple weeks
Good news
we've
is,
split on.
good
shitty
news
shots.
is I won't cheer for your team.
That's fair.
I don't think your team can finish.
Oh, you don't think? I've never thought
Steelers just finished the Colts
they did, and
at Indianapolis.
it's still 1.5.
Yep, 1.5.
and 43.5.
So the Steelers are 1.5 point favorites at Atlanta.
First of all, that's not home field advantage, but in the NFL they
it's
usually gave 3 points.
Yeah, but I mean it's the Steelers who are a 4-win football team.
We're a 5-win football team.
Disagree. You play in the NFC South. You're also in the lead of the division.
Playoffs are in sight.
43.5.
Oh, good night.
43.5. Getting a 1.5 at home.
If they finished last week,
I'm letting you go first here.
If they finished last week, my whole thought process is different. We should have won that game. That's exactly how I thought we'd win that game. Surprisingly, though, they ran the ball exponentially better than I anticipated. I believe we'll be able to run the ball. The problem is Pickett and Pickens are getting hot. And we have a depleted back end. And that is terrifying to think about. Najee Harris is a non-factor. He's been a non-factor all year. Don't care about the run game. So
He's
that's
hurt. Benny Snell came in, did fine. Like
matter.
they replaced him.
Doesn't
Plug and play.
it's irrelevant.
Yep.
And that's what's tough. I'm gonna go with the over on this one. I went over last week, but the weather. I feel like we said the weather under, but whatever. There's no weather this week, so I'm gonna go with the over. 1.5 is a pick'em game, so you're gonna pick one team or the other. And it legitimately is a coin flip. Like I can see the Steelers winning, and I can see us winning, and it's gonna come down to what Cole keeps talking about, and that's how they finish. And yeah,
Here's the problem. If this
or
game
homer.
is close,
the Steelers win.
TJ Watt is the best player on the field if Atlanta gets the ball last and has to win. And
Good point.
if Mariota has to throw, right.
Hopefully he doesn't have to. We just keep running
Now,
it.
the point on the other side, which is what makes me more confident in this pick, is that if the Steelers need to throw, move the ball down the field,
Our back end's awful.
to your point. Now,
I get it.
are Pickett and Pickens elite? By no means. But are they getting better, and have they made big plays in big moments?
Absolutely.
Did they against the Colts when they were down 17-16 came back and win? Yes. Is the Colts defense better than the Falcons defense? Yes, in my opinion. Therefore, I arrive in a close game against this
Oh, it's gonna be a close game.
24-20, 27-23, somewhere in that realm to me.
It's gonna be close.
We're both on the over of 43.5.
So here's our separate.
So there's our separator.
But yes, I agree. It's gonna be close. And actually the key difference, it just might be Watt.
Yeah.
It really be, because if he can, the thing is he has to be able to stop the run. He has to be able to stop the run. We're gonna run the damn ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that we've shown.
If they can neutralize him in the run game, meaning that they neutralize him in the pass game,
different game.
then it's a different game.
Different game.
100%.
They're coming on a short week. Yes, it's one day, but one day actually
Difference.
does
Yep.
matter. Now we're playing inside again,
And you get to play at home.
and we get to play at home, which the home field advantage I would say more because of
But
turf.
it's short week,
Steelers-
and you're at home.
And Steelers don't play on turf. They played on last week, but they don't
Right.
play on turf much often.
Right.
Like those little things add up. So I'm gonna go homer, and it's a coin flip, so you can't.
In a coin flip game, you got to take your team.
You can't hedge this. That's not how that works.
No. Sunday Night Football.
Absolutely, Colts Cowboys.
Battle of the horsies.
I can't wait.
The old horse teams. Country Western matchup here.
You know what? Because we don't care about monetizing, because we don't make any damn money.
There it is, folks. There it is.
And we only did that because of the Cowboys.
Suspend
Like,
away.
I'm not doing that for Monday night.
All right.
Saints Bucks. I
Thank you. Well, it's like your most hated team and a team nobody cares about. Colts, Cowboys
Most hated team times 2.
in Dallas.
yeah.
10.5.
That a lot of points.
43.5 for the total. Let's make sure that those numbers are correct. I don't like those numbers.
10.5 and 43.5.
But Dallas needs to stop the run. Matt Ryan is a statue quarterback, except for when he runs for 50 yards. And Dallas's defense has been,
Dallas is winning the game.
for the most part,
Agreed
their
on that.
strength.
We're going to agree on that.
Dallas can run the football.
Yep.
Dallas needs to run the football.
Correct.
Colts defense is
Issues.
stout against the run, but has holes.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be able to, stay on time, not commit to penalties.
The thing I'm afraid of,
Dallas should win this game by 2 scores.
they should. The thing I'm afraid of for you is that they know that they're stout on the run, and they're going to get away from it, and he's going to throw 50 times. He throws 50 times. They're not winning by 2 touchdowns.
I agree.
So I'm gonna ride it. I'm gonna hedge it.
That's fine.
I'm also gonna go under because it's that 9.5 thing, and I'm gonna ride with that for the rest of the season. So I'm gonna go under 43.5, which is
because it's going to make me physically ill.
because I just think that's too low.
No, I don't think it is. I'm on the under.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, right there.
You have it
Right.
written down.
I don't believe that the Colts can score, and I don't believe that. I believe the Colts want to make this a low possession game. Unless Dallas breaks runs, I don't think they're going to beat the Colts over the top.
That's fair.
And so, therefore, even if Dallas scores 28 points, they're not giving up 17 to the Colts.
You're not wrong.
So, to me, this is a 24-13, 27-13 type of game. 26-10.
I'm going
something like that.
2017 with a late.
Dallas maybe gets 4 field goals and a couple touchdowns type of thing. Colts.
You know why they get so many field goals?
Yep.
Because they decided to freaking throw the ball because
Yeah,
they can beat them instead of running it.
But I think they move the ball enough to be able to kick field
fair.
goals. And so, therefore, can you kick enough field goals and score enough touchdowns? I just don't think the Colts offense
Is this going to come down to that
I
spread?
mean, we're on 3 right now, so because you're on 2 different. One
I see.
different,
Okay,
so.
good.
So it shouldn't come down to.
Yeah.
Saints Bucks still 3.5. Monday Night Football.
Doesn't matter. I don't. Guys, I give
40.5 for the over under.
3.5, 40.5.
Okay. So 2 teams again headed in the same direction of the NFC South, which is only South. New Orleans. At some point, Jameis is going to play again, right?
Never.
Why?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I haven't been following them because
right, like he's tweeted a couple times and like made
Like,
comments about losing his job
Jameis
due to injury. But like they scored 0 points last week.
There's nothing.
Like, and Andy Dalton's still starting. I just don't. It doesn't make any sense to me.
And then they try to wrinkle in.
They scored 0 points, but let me be very clear: they were inside the 5-yard line 4 times.
They were. It was embarrassing.
So like,
I love
everybody is so high on the 49ers, and I'm like,
you can calm your
let me
shit down.
pump the brakes here. Like, they can only run the football, and they only scored 13 points against that Saints defense, again with an offense who was inside your 5-yard line 4 times. You did not deserve to win that football game. You got outplayed. Now you can be very excited that your team stood up with backs against the wall a whole game, and shutting a team out in the NFL, very hard to do.
Very, very hard. By the way, 4 stops on the goal line is not because of skill.
Right.
A lot of it's because of luck.
That's going to
the offense being stupid.
Regress to the mean.
Because there's no way mentally a defense goes in, we're going to stop them 4 times.
Like, the Bucks aren't stopping the Saints 4 times inside the 5. Saints are stopping the Bucks.
I don't know one team that I would guarantee, not even guarantee, that I would say would stop a team 3 out of 4 times.
Teams very familiar with each other, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both teams struggling on
rivalry
offense.
games. Those are fun. Saints defense is better than the Bucks defense. Now, it's a really good toss-up there, but I believe the Saints defense overall is better.
The Bucks have to win this game.
I thought really that I thought Tom Brady and the Bucks figured out their offense.
Yeah, no.
They haven't.
Well, Fournette didn't play last week. Whether you care about that or not, I don't know.
Do care,
but
like they haven't figured out. They can't throw to anybody.
Oh, I mean,
you put the Bucks in there. I don't want to pick a team. I don't think either of them going to win. I'm going to go with a tie. I can't pick either one. I just can't.
You have to lose points then if they don't tie.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. You go 0-2 if you pick a tie.
I get it.
Are you willing
No, I'm not. The Bucks
because if you hit the
out.
tie, I lose no matter what. I don't care if I beat you in every other game.
I'd lose everyone.
If you hit a tie, if you are willing to hit a tie,
yeah,
it's an auto shitty shot.
Oh, absolutely.
You know shitty shot for you.
I just
are
can't
you that
do
willing?
It. No.
In the spirit of World Cup, are you willing to go draw?
I can't.
The draw's plus 5,000. That's 2 shitty shots, actually.
I couldn't do it.
2 shitty shots. How many shitty shots would I have to do in order for you to be willing to take one? Like a 5-1?
Like a 5-1. A legit 5-1. Just because the mathematical probability of an NFL tie is stupid low. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I don't want to pick one of them to win.
Right. So are you willing to go 5-1?
I would do 5-1.
5-1, we keep this game separate of the other games.
That's fair. Yeah, I'd do 5-1.
4-1.
Nope.
If I'm keeping them separate, I want 4-1.
Oh, that's fine.
Because I still have a chance of losing, so I still have a chance of a 5th and 6th shitty shot.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm well aware. No. The probability of tying is ridiculous.
But it's one shot.
Yeah, I don't care.
You're just not willing to take one shot?
I mean, I'm willing to take one
Obviously
shot.
not at 4-1.
Oh, fine. Fine. Talk me into it. 4-1.
4-1. Okay.
Separate of everything else.
Yep.
I will take the tie, and I hope I really hope it comes to overtime. And I really.
Here's this.
I will.
Here's this. If this game goes to overtime, I'll do a 2-1.
So what? So 4-1 tie.
2 to 1
2 to
OT.
1 if it goes OT. Okay, that's fine. I'll take that. That's fair.
Like that?
I like that.
Okay.
Spread wise,
Which I don't even know if I like that. There's been a long OT games this year.
give me. I don't.
You know, I don't take the spread.
No, I know,
That's
but
what
I mean,
we're in
let's
OT.
continue with that. If I was like to pick the spread separately,
Mm-hmm.
the Bucks are just going to end up figuring out a way to win it. I mean, I don't.
No, I'm just putting you as a tie. I don't want you to have to make any point. Now, over under, you do.
Oh, I can't do that.
40.5.
That's going over. I know I talked up their defense, but
I got the under. But you're going to overtime, so.
right.
I mean,
It's going
you're
over.
not- You're going over.
If it doesn't go over 40.5 and go into overtime,
Yeah.
bro, they
Struggle.
fine.
I'm just
Should have
on-
shot me up.
I'm just these
'cause
two teams are on this is going to be similar to the Falcons game last week, in my opinion. This is the type of game I see. Just
fair.
whatever for whatever reason, neither team can.
We didn't look up the weather though.
I mean, it's in Tampa. They'll be fine.
Are you sure?
No, not at all.
No. They will be. It's 82 with no wind and just full sun.
All right, I'm going to Tampa to watch the game this week.
Yeah. Get me out of here. All right. There it is. That's fun. NFL's a little more fun.
I like that this week though. A little tie action in there. A
little
little
tie
2 to 1, 4 to 1. All right.
And by the way, the fact is that if they do lose to the Saints and we do beat the Falcons, or we do beat the Steelers, or even if we lose, to them, that means the Saints and Panthers are still in play.
Yeah.
Like the whole NFC South is open.
Right. Texans are the only team who have been mathematically eliminated from the playoffs
Annie
at this point.
Hagar.
Yeah, that is.
No.
Best bets.
Oh, best bets.
I will start out Moneyline Lock minus 200. I am, as I
Good luck.
previewed this week, taking the Washington Commanders
Okay.
upward trending against the rival New York Giants. At home, Commanders going one direction, Giants going the other. I will take Washington minus 134. They are 1.5 point favorites at the Giants.
Dang.
So continuing on that trend, they will then swap positions in the NFC East from third to fourth. 3 teams in the NFC East are almost inevitably going to get into the NFC playoffs.
Well, yeah. When you have the West and the South continuously to debacle themselves.
Look at that at the beginning of the year and tell me that was
I would
anywhere
never.
on anyone's radar.
I wouldn't.
No one's radar.
I wouldn't.
You like in that Chiefs-Bengals game?
I keep going back to it. I do like the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's the other game I had written down, so that's why I asked. They're also minus 134.
Yeah, I do like the Chiefs. They're just playing solid football. They're not blowing people out, but
I
in the
love that
NFL,
game
you're
this
just
week.
winning.
That's my game of the week.
That's gonna be a fun one.
Both
really
teams
is.
playing well. Cincinnati's figured some stuff
Now,
out.
let me check weather real quick.
That game's in Cincinnati, yes.
Yeah, that could be an issue.
Both similar styles, though, for those teams.
Sunday,
Always play good games.
48, no win. That's irrelevant.
Oh,
so
perfect.
yeah, give it to me. Spread lock.
Spread lock. I'm going a surprising place here, maybe. Baltimore needs to figure their shit out. Baltimore gets to play Denver this week.
Plus 8.5 or 8.5.
It's at home. Baltimore needs to put their foot on a throat.
Did you see the over under on this one? 38.5.
Yeah. Well, they don't think that
Either
Denver
team
can score. Well, I don't think Denver can score.
I mean,
Which Denver hasn't
Baltimore
scored.
can't score either,
It's
so.
fine. And when they can, they just keep getting scored against.
That's fair.
But I will take Baltimore minus 8.5 in what needs to be a rout against a Denver team who is in shambles.
That's fair. I like that.
Big number. I don't like big numbers in the NFL, but they need to show me something this week, and so this is the show me week, and they get to play
Okay.
shit Denver team.
Man, I don't know if I'd like any of these spreads. I really don't. Oh, you know what? This might be a give, just like a straight up, just giving you a victory on the spread lock part. But give me the Texans to cover against Deshaun Watson
Coming back.
+7.
All right.
Like just in Houston.
Is it 7.5 or 7?
7 now.
I like the 7.5 better.
I like 7.5 way better, but I can't just take that. But just give it to me.
You want to buy the hook?
I'm not buying the hook. 10 of the massage therapists are going to be there in a suite. The Boo Birds. Your first game back. You're going to have all of the. He hasn't played in 2 years, basically.
They announced him starting yet?
No, not officially. It's only Tuesday, so we don't get those announcements yet. But
I don't think he's going to start.
and if he doesn't, I'm not really excited about it.
No.
But it's really decided around that. They should start him. I don't know why they wouldn't. They know what they have in Brissett, although I believe at this point Brissett's a better quarterback. We don't know what Deshaun. They have to figure it out who he is.
You have to play him, though. He has to start.
You have to.
Right. No, I don't disagree. Houston +7.
Houston +7.
I like it. Over under lock.
Yeah.
I'm going back to Detroit.
Going back to Detroit.
I got Jacksonville, who has somewhat rediscovered their offense. Lawrence has been playing with more confidence, coming off a week at Baltimore. Detroit, who has scored points all year. That's the one thing they have done. Number's 51.5. Starting high as it is. Shit bowl shootout. Jacksonville, Detroit, 51.5. I'm on the over.
All right. Wow.
The shit bowl shootout.
Wow.
You heard it here first.
Wow.
Yeah. You didn't see that coming, did you?
No.
Fade? Is that a hard fade for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I almost pulled the trigger of just straight up going against it and shitty shot again. Like that's
how.
That's
numbers too high. I don't like the teams. What's your problem with it?
I don't like the teams. I don't trust Jacksonville
to score with Detroit.
Yeah.
I trust Detroit to give up points.
I don't trust Jacksonville to score.
I trust Detroit to give up points. I don't trust Jacksonville to win on the road.
I promise you one thing. I do believe Detroit will score. I can give you that.
See, and
I don't think Jacksonville can go with it.
I don't trust either team, but what I'm trusting this week is
I'm going shit bowl number 2.
All right.
And I'm going to go under 50.5. And that's the Chargers versus the Raiders. Yes, the Raiders are hot and they're scoring points. But it's the damn Raiders and the Chargers.
Where's that
can't
game
score. At Las Vegas.
That's 50.5 under.
Yeah. Shit bowl 2.
All right.
I don't care what people think about the Chargers. The Raiders are shit.
Yep.
The Chargers are shit. They should not have won last week.
Overrated.
Just absolutely overrated.
All right.
DGen
pick. Oh man, are you gonna love I can't even put my DGen pick of the week. I'm just gonna put what I called it and then the number. Okay. But I'm gonna save it until
my DGen pick.
Yes.
All right. Well. Do I want to just do that? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Give me the Colts plus 410 over the Cowboys.
You're a douche.
Well, you're playing at home.
I mean, I actually looked at it too, but
yeah.
I can't do that to myself.
Right, you can't do that. No, you can't. Give it to me.
So I am going super DGen pick here. I am going a road favorite parlay.
A road favorite parlay. Bills. It just depends on how DGen you're gonna get.
Oh, it's all of them.
All of them?
It is the road favorite.
You like
parlay.
when you said it like not road favorites.
It is not
road favorite. All of them.
All.
What the hell does that? What?
Do you want to read through it for me?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to. I'll go top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Bills minus 198.
Mm-hmm.
Jets plus 134. Broncos plus 3.
No. Road favorite.
Oh, road favorite. Sorry, my bad.
Road favorite parlay.
Steelers minus 116.
Yep.
Jags minus 126.
Mm-hmm.
Browns minus 335.
Mm-hmm.
Commanders 134.
Yep.
Packers 188.
Yep.
Seahawks 355.
Yep.
Chargers 126.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs 134.
There you go. 9-teamer.
9-teamer.
6909.
6906. All right. Wow. Okay. Didn't see that happening.
9-team road favorite parlay.
Wow. What caused that situation?
I was just looking for so I didn't like any of, as you can kind of see, I didn't like any of the single games. I was looking for something as I was looking actually at first at home dogs. Too many home dogs this week that are just, no.
I agree.
There's a few of these games. And of these games, so like as we go through, who ruins it was the question that I kept running through in my mind.
Oh,
so
every one of them?
Buffalo at New England. Do they lose?
They can.
They can, but in their mind,
Or not.
in my mind, they're not the ones. Pitt Atlanta 50-50 game, but even then,
Jags get me.
right, like I'm not as worried. Jacksonville at Detroit. Jacksonville on the road scares me. That was the first one I was like, fucking Jacksonville.
On the road.
Right, like just
That one's
laying it, like you said, laying an egg
That would
the
happen.
week after beating a team they should have had no business beating. Cleveland at Houston, even with Deshaun Watson, that
Doesn't
game
matter.
doesn't worry me. Washington at the
That's
Giants.
just a coin flip.
The game doesn't worry me though. I just think those two teams are headed in other directions. Green Bay at Chicago. I don't think Fields is going to play.
Okay, if you think it's Love versus
Whoever,
Simeon or no matter.
whoever it is, I'll take Green Bay.
Yep.
Green Bay kind of owns Chicago as well. I think they go in with that mentality. Seattle against the Rams.
If they don't
that
win
game
that, they're done to me.
doesn't worry me.
Nope.
Chargers Raiders. This is the other one that scares me. Herbert almost winning a game and then somehow losing.
The red hot
or the Raiders
Red hot.
somehow escaping.
Red hot Raiders.
Scares me.
That's scary.
Chiefs Bengals. That's kind of a toss-up game. I wouldn't be mad. Like, I just want that to be a good game in general.
Yeah.
They play a lot of good games. But yeah, Jacksonville and the Chargers were the two teams that jumped out that I'm like, am I really trusting these teams?
No.
But
you are.
I'm not trusting any team in a 9-game parlay. But this is my theme of the week, road favorite parlay,
Let it
plus
ride.
6909. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Love it. Love it.
Every time I say it just gives me the EBGBs.
because it's going to make me physically ill.
There you go. There it is.
All right.
Finished them.
That's it.
Just right on time.
Right on time.
Just under the buzzer.
Just under the buzzer of 3 hours, whatever.
Killed
But
it.
we had more news that you had that we didn't speak about. So, as you write it down, you'd laid out a list. Anywho, I guess we have no more news to speak about. But
Do you think I had more news?
yeah, because you laid out everything in the beginning of the show,
What did I tell
and I
you?
don't think we hit everything.
I don't know what I missed.
I don't remember. I do not recall.
I did touch on these 3 things, so that's all I was talking about.
I do not recall.
Yeah, I think we did. I think we're good. I don't want to get in. A couple of the things we touched about are rumor type of things with transfer portal and stuff like that. So I
Let it
think we'll
happen.
see
Let it play
more.
out. That's fine. That's fine.
And we'll get more on the playoff next week and stuff like that. So,
Oh, can't wait the playoffs. But yeah, here we are.
but
Like, share,
week.
follow, tweet, get at us.
Yeah.
Like our reels, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But we have been having more views of our live show, so
Yeah.
we're getting some steam.
Let us know if there's any specific segments, any specific talk that you want more of, less of.
Correct.
Obviously,
We'll
we're here for
adapt.
2.5, 3 hours most times. So, if you want to call in, let us know. We can set something up.
Absolutely.
If you've got a take on a specific team, if you got a take on college football, if you got a take on the playoff, predictions for anything, let us know. We can even do a pre-record or anything like that. Just however you want to be involved, let us know, and we'll get you involved.
Absolutely. So cheers. Have a good night.
Great week.
Well then, it's time.